So I have 35 ceramic coatings on my Subaru Outback that we have been testing out in the real world for you guys. Now, a majority of these have been on there for a year and 7 months, so well over a year and a half. We're going to share with you guys an update on how these coatings have been performing in the real world. This is probably one of the most long-term, most realistic tests that I could do for a ceramic coating. I'm trying to treat it the way a customer would treat it, so not necessarily maintaining it ideally. I have used no ceramic detailers or any sort of protection that would add to the protection. I don't want to mask it. I don't want people to say, is it the chicken or the egg? Is it the coating or the topper? So this has not been topped once. Now we have gone through the automatic car wash maybe once or twice. We've done some rinseless washes on it, but for the most part, we've been washing it maybe every 2 to 3 months, sometimes a little bit longer, either using a pH neutral soap, maybe every now and then a 2 pH where we have like an acid and then an alkaline, just to go after some light water spots or maybe go after some of the film that's on the vehicle. Those are great routine maintenance soaps to maintain a coated vehicle with. But other than that, we've not done anything to refresh the protection. So let's go ahead and see how these coatings have been performing in the real world.
On the hood, we have 3 ceramic coatings from McKee's 37. The top is their 3-year ceramic, the middle is their 5-year, and then at the bottom is their Pro Coat 10-year ceramic coating. On our front bumper, we have 2 ceramics from Black Rhino. On the left is their optics. This looks like it's pretty much gone, yet still easily repelling bugs. And then on the right is their graphics. Again, not very impressive hydrophobics. Something is still there. Repels bugs, but not a lot of hydrophobics. This panel features 2 ceramics from Ethos. On the left is their Easy Peasy, which is a 12-month ceramic. On the right is their Graphene V2, up to 5 years, and this looks like day one. This has personally been my favorite out of the entire vehicle. Next up, we have 4 ceramics from DIY Detail. On the left is their 3-year, next to that the 5-year, then the 8-year, then the stack where the handle is, and that's the 8-year topped with 3-year. The 3-year ceramic coating actually started to fail around the 10-month mark, and you can see right where film kind of hits the ceramic coating, that's where it failed. So it just seems like it's not very tolerant to a lot of the daily contaminants that a vehicle sees. Anywhere that was coated with the 3-year is pretty much gone. Next up, we have Meguiar's M888 on the left, Geon Mo's Evo in the middle, and Vonix V-Paint on the right. V-Paint started to show some signs of failure around the 11-12 month mark. It's not gone, but it's more sheeting and sticking. And our Mo's Evo is starting to show breakdown at the bottom, where again, film probably is starting to weaken it. And Meguiar's M888 is also starting to show ever so slight weakness, but still holding on. Next, we have G-Technique CSL on the left, and then on the right, we topped our CSL with the EXO V5. I can see where we had our DIY Detail 3-year ceramic, where it's pretty much failed, and then right where we have our G-Technique CSL with EXO V5, very nice, impressive hydrophobics. I was actually disappointed that our 3-year failed across the board, but G-Technique is holding on strong. Personally, I'm a fan of the combo versus CSL. CSL is starting to show a little bit of sheeting, but then here our Cerakote V2, this looks like day one. I'm not seeing any weakness. On the trunk, we put our pro grade authorized installer only coatings because this gets the most amount of abuse. On the left is Armor Detail Supply Pro Quartz. In the middle, Art to Shine Nano Graphene V3, and then on the right, Veros Pro. I am starting to see where maybe from abrasion or mineral deposits, we've got some water that is catching on certain areas of the body. I don't know again if that's from just me scrubbing too aggressively or water sitting and catching there. But either way, we're going to do a water spot treatment to see if we can remove it and rebound any of the coatings. But all 3 look impressive, especially for the area they get hit with. On our roof on the left is C6 Hydro Light. And then on the right, we have CarPro D-Quartz Go and then CarPro C-Quartz UK 3.0 right above that. Both of these coatings look equivalent with our C6 Hydro Light. I know some have reported that their C6 Hydro has failed at around a year. I see absolutely no weakness with any of these ceramics on the roof. Very nice big beads. On our right is Detail Co. Slim, their 3-year ceramic. And then on the left is the clean 3-year ceramic. Tighter beads with Pan's ceramic, but personally I like the bigger beads that I see with Slim, but it is holding up strong and looks extremely comparable to clean coatings. Next up, we have Black Rhino Fat Beads on the right, 12-month coating holding on strong. Next to that, the No Hype 3-year ceramic, and that started to fail around the 10-month mark. It's still there, but it's sheeting and not looking very impressive. Next, we have Phoenix EOD Chronos V1 on the right. In the middle, Stoner Paint ceramic coating. That has started to show signs of failure around the 10-month mark. And then next to that, discontinued now, but Apex Surface Protection, their BC1. That actually looks very impressive. I'm not seeing any sort of break in the hydrophobics. Chronos V1, ever so slight. Excited to test out V2 to see if that has improved on our durability. Next, we have Duraslick ceramic coatings. On the right is the Mobile 1500. In the middle, the Extreme 1500. On the left, the Extreme Holy Grail. All three look very impressive. Next, we have Aquatech Select. This is their prosumer grade 3-year ceramic. Nice beading and sheeting. And then next to that is our clean 3-year. I wanted to kind of compare this to another 3-year that I was really enjoying, holding up really well. Here's just another look at our CarPro D-Quartz Go, UK 3.0, and then our clean 3-year in Detail Co Slim. We're going to do a quick contact wash with Phoenix EOD Apex Auto Wash. This is a pH neutral, high lubricating soap. Does a really nice job at gently cleaning and removing the film that's on the vehicle. And then once we are done doing that, we will use our Shine Supply Spot Rinse, and we're going to go ahead and do a water spot treatment. We've done it once already this year. This is going to be the second time that we have done a water spot treatment. But what I like to do, wash the vehicle while it is still wet. We're going to take our water spot remover. I've got a plush microfiber here. And we are wearing gloves because this is acid. It can burn your skin. We're just going to massage this into the paint. Just make sure you don't put this on a hot panel and don't let it dry on there. This is kind of always the fun part when you go to rinse it and you remember what the hydrophobics were like before and then you see them after. Sometimes it can be super satisfying. When rinsing, you might see that it's sheeting. Just push that residue off and then your true hydrophobics will be revealed. Fat beads actually looks better. But our 3-year nose height, it didn't like that. For some consumer grade ceramics, this is actually a form of chemical torture and they may not actually survive this, so use with caution. Still got some issues right here, but I'm not disappointed in fat beads. That has held up really well for us. For those that want to maintain their ceramic coatings more optimally, you can also incorporate a 2 pH wash system with an acid and an alkaline to do this same treatment. Because some of these coatings have been on there for a while and some of them are degraded, for some of these coatings, this might be kind of the tipping scale to kill them. Most coatings, especially fresh, can withstand this. So just be aware that if you have kind of a retail grade coating or something that's not super chemically resistant, this could actually weaken it. That's why we don't do it that frequently. Let's see how these coatings handle the acid. Chronos looks better. Stoner, it took a hit. BC1 actually looks really great. Duraslick coatings actually look fantastic. So our Aquatech, you can actually see where we've got like a little bit of a line right here, where maybe from abrasion, the coating is starting to wear down. Nice quick sheeting. Our clean 3-year ceramic, it was sheeting. I'm not seeing that as much now. I think we actually boosted it by doing this. So less sheeting, more tight beading, and in an area where it gets kicked with a lot of water spots, you can see that maybe mineral deposits were an issue, but now we've been able to remove that. This is the area of the vehicle that gets hit with the most amount of abuse. So hopefully some of our coatings will look a little better. Now the line across the top, that's probably not going to go away because that's, I believe, from abrasion. Just because when you wash it, you're putting a lot of pressure right on that body line. You can't help it, it just happens. The Art to Shine ceramic in the middle was the last to have been applied, so that's been on there a year, and honestly, that one is not looking as good as the other two. We did have more sheeting, and it looks like it's sticking a little bit more even after doing a water spot treatment. Other than the line at the top though, our Armor Detail Supply and Veros Pro look very impressive. Our Art to Shine is sheeting very quickly. The only issue I'm seeing is just from abrasion. It's starting to wear down right here, but all in all these coatings look great. Something to note that I have not noticed any sort of water spotting issues with any of these ceramics. Could it be because this is garage kept? Maybe. Could it be that I've done 2 water spot treatments? Maybe. But none of them are showing signs of water spots. I can't tell a difference from our C6 Hydrolite and our Car Pro D-Quartz Go. I can't tell a difference. Cerakote looks fantastic. EXO V5 with our CSL looks great. More sheeting, I don't hate it. This did nothing to help our Vonix, and honestly I think it weakened our G on Mo's Evo. Even on McGuire's M888. Up here I can see applicator marks, and down here I think it weakened it. So we might, just for the sake of being able to have more coatings, call this one a wash and have 3 more spots available. Over here, DIY Detail 3-year, 5-year, 8-year stack. Other than our 3-year failing at 10 months, the 5-year, 8-year, and the stack look like day 1. So no issues with those other coatings. I would say that's gone. The areas where we had our 3-year again, it's just kind of sticking to it. So they have come out with a V2. Do we put the DIY Detail, their 3-year V2 on here to see if it can outperform V3? What do you guys think? Comment down below. Over here we have our easy peasy Ethos Graphene V2. This was struggling, and honestly I have noticed that this coating clogs easily, but a good water spot treatment. Great 12-month coating that was super easy to apply and very affordable. That's not shabby. Love this coating. This is actually my favorite coating at this moment for durability, affordability, ease of application. It has all the features that I'm looking for. I am rooting for this one to last at least 3 years. Even though both of our black rhino coatings look like they failed, we're gonna do one final water spot treatment to see if maybe they were clogged. And no, they weren't clogged. We're gonna polish and recoat our front bumper and then check out for other spots on the vehicle that look like they failed. So out of 35 ceramic coatings on my Subaru Outback, I would say we have about 12 spots that we can polish off the old coating and apply new ones. So what I want to know from you guys is, what coatings do you want to see next? Many of these have performed well beyond what I expected. 12-month coatings that have lasted a year and a half, and actually none of them have been topped. That's very impressive to me. But what are we looking for out of ceramic coatings? Are we looking for durability? Are we looking for water spot reduction? Are we looking for easier maintenance? And when it comes to maintaining a ceramic coating, should the topper really matter in terms of durability? Many manufacturers will tell you that to get the most out of their coating, use their products that they recommend to get the most out of it. But then we get into the chicken or the egg argument. Is it the coating that's performing, or is it really the topper? And if that's the case, can't we just use a topper and bypass the coating? All valid points to an argument. But you can clearly see when we haven't topped, we haven't babied, these coatings, most of them are actually holding up really well. All you really need to do is a good contact wash every few weeks. Maybe use a ceramic detailer or a drying aid to help dry the vehicle safely. Other than that, coatings are going to perform pretty well for you as long as you're not torturing it with the automatic car wash and brushes, or not washing it at all. There's extremes that we want to try to avoid. Not washing it, and then the automatic car wash. Somewhere in the middle, a good contact wash every few weeks should be all you really need to get the most out of your coatings. But comment down below what coatings you guys want to see next, and if there's any manufacturers that actually want me to consider putting their coatings in this test, DM me. Maybe we can coordinate for you guys to send me samples for me to put it on. This is actually a pretty expensive test for me to do. Coatings can range anywhere from $25 to $225 a bottle. So I'm not looking to break the bank for this. So any samples that people want to send to me, greatly appreciated. Meanwhile, we're going to go ahead and get everything dry, but hopefully you guys have enjoyed this series. Follow along as we do more updates for you guys on the coatings that are already on here, as well as the new coatings that we put on once we get a break in the weather for me to do that. Thankfully, we had a great day of weather for me to do a quick wash update for you guys. Give us a thumbs up if you guys have been enjoying this series, and stay tuned for any future details that we have coming out. We'll see you guys in the next detail.